These are goji berries. In case you don't know what they are, I just spelled it out for you. Goji. These are berries from the goji plants, and we basically make soup out of them, and they're supposed to be very high in antioxidant, and they're very good for your eyes. I have some goji plants in the backyard. I am going to harvest some of them. I use the leaves to make soup. You can also add some of the berries. The berries mostly when you make like a broth, like a chicken broth, you add the berries or other kinds of soup. But the leaves themselves are also very healthy. They're also very good. So it's that time of the year. The goji plants are growing very well. I have to harvest some of them, and I'm going to show you how I replant them or make more or grow more goji plants. You can actually start your goji plants from seeds. You can probably soak these seeds in water and then take the seeds from inside the berry and then put them in pots and grow the little plants from there. But I'm going to replant the goji plants that I have to propagate them. So here's my goji or wolfberry patch. They're growing nicely now, and you see the taller ones, they're all ready to be harvested, and I'm gonna do that right now. And basically I'm just making soup for two. I just need 10 or 15 stalks of the plant. They actually will grow very high if you leave them, but you can harvest them or cut them or prune them at this height. They sell them sometimes in the supermarkets, in the Chinese supermarkets. They're very hard to find. If you can buy them, then you can just strip the leaves and then just use the stalks to replant them. So I have my pruner here. You cut at the very bottom. Maybe you leave about an inch. You leave about an inch at the bottom there, so it will grow again. It's perennial, so it will grow back. Every year you're going to have it again, no problem. So I'm going to cut some more. This one is high enough. So you just need like 10-15 stalks like that to make soup. Got two very tall ones in the back here. You don't want them to grow too tall. Then the leaves become kind of tough. You don't want the leaves to be tough. So here's my bucket here with the goji leaves. I'm gonna show you how I replant them over to another patch so I can have more of them. So what do you do with the stalks? You basically pull off the leaves. It's a little bit time consuming, but that's what you have to do. Pull off the leaves, and then the stalks, you can replant them, or you can actually use the stalk in your soup too. You basically need at least 5 to 10 stalks to have enough leaves to make your soup. So that's one. Sometimes the stalks themselves have some thorns, and you have to be careful you don't prick yourself. These are very tender. The leaves are not old. If you wait too long to harvest them, then they become very tough. So these are the stalks I'm going to replant. I have planted some of them last week, and I'm going to show you how to plant these stalks, these two that I just stripped. It's basically very simple. You can use some potting soil, or if your patch is fertile enough, you probably don't need them. So you basically dig out your trench, and then you just stick them in there and bury it. And firm up the soil around so it won't fall down. And that's it. And water it, and after a few weeks, when it starts growing nicely, you put a little bit of fertilizer around. I just use these regular 5-10-5 fertilizer. They're very hardy, they grow very well. Of course, don't turn the stalk upside down and plant them upside down. It's not going to work. So I have a nice patch here. I'm going to add some more because sometimes I would like to give some of them to my friends. And like I said, they're very hard to find in supermarkets. You have to grow them yourselves. I'm sure you can grow it from the seeds just as well. It's nothing complicated. And a few months later, you start to get some berries. You're not going to have enough plants here to have any meaningful amount of berries. I basically grow these for the leaves rather than for the berries. You can buy the berries somewhat inexpensively from Chinese grocery stores, maybe like $5 a bag. So I should have enough to make soup. These are maybe like 3 feet long. I'm going to give you a link to my other video on how to cook or make the soup. There's also a recipe for goji berries with shrimp that I made a long time ago. I'm going to give you that link too.